If I told you that something as simple as what you mix into a glass of water could influence how your body feels after 60, your energy, your circulation, even your overall sense of vitality, would you want to know the truth before you try it? Because lately, there's been a lot of talk about baking soda. Some people swear by it, others warn against it. And somewhere in the middle are people like you, just trying to understand what actually helps and what could quietly cause harm if done the wrong way. Hey, I'm Dr. Jake Nolan, and today we're going to talk about a topic that's getting a lot of attention: drinking baking soda for circulation and vitality, especially after 60. But we're going to approach this the right way. No hype, no shortcuts, just a clear understanding of what your body needs and what it doesn't. Because here's the reality. Your body after 60 is not the same as it was at 30 or even 40. It's more sensitive, more responsive, and in many ways, more dependent on balance. Now think about this. Every single thing you put into your body sends a signal. Some signals support your system, others disrupt it. Now, baking soda, chemically known as sodium bicarbonate, is something your body actually interacts with in a very specific way. It influences your internal balance, your pH levels. Now that might sound technical, but let's simplify it. Your body constantly works to maintain balance, not too acidic, not too alkaline, just stable. Because stability is what allows your systems to function properly. Now here's where confusion begins. Some people believe that adding baking soda to water will fix their body's balance, but your body is already doing that every moment of every day. Now imagine interfering with that system without understanding it. That's where problems can start. Now I'm not saying baking soda is automatically harmful, but I am saying this. It's not something to use casually, especially after 60, because your kidneys, your heart, your circulation, all of these systems are more sensitive to changes. Now let's talk about circulation, because that's one of the main reasons people are interested in this topic. They want better blood flow, more energy, better overall function. Now here's the truth. Circulation is not controlled by one ingredient. It's influenced by your entire lifestyle: movement, hydration, diet. Now imagine trying to improve circulation with one quick fix while ignoring everything else. That's where expectations become unrealistic. Now let's talk about what actually happens when you consume baking soda. It introduces sodium into your system. Now, sodium is not inherently bad. Your body needs it, but balance matters. Now, too much sodium can affect fluid balance, blood pressure. Now, imagine adding extra sodium daily without considering your overall intake. That's something many people don't think about. Now, here's something else. Your stomach relies on acid to digest food. Now, when you introduce something alkaline like baking soda, it can temporarily neutralize that acid. Now, occasionally, that might not seem like a big deal, but regularly doing that, it can interfere with digestion. Now, imagine your body trying to process nutrients without the proper environment. Over time, that can affect how you feel, your energy, your overall function. Now let's bring this back to vitality, because that's what most people want. They want to feel better, stronger, more energized. Now here's the important part. Vitality doesn't come from shortcuts. It comes from supporting your body consistently. Now imagine focusing on the basics: proper hydration, regular movement, balanced nutrition. Now your body responds naturally. Now let's talk about why baking soda gained attention in the first place. Because in certain controlled situations, it has been studied. But here's the key word: controlled. Specific use, not daily, casual consumption without guidance. Now imagine taking something designed for specific conditions and applying it generally. That's where misunderstanding happens. Now I want to talk directly to you, because if you're over 60, your priority should be stability, not experiments. Now imagine maintaining steady energy, stable circulation, consistent function. Now ask yourself this: does adding something unnecessary help that, or risk disrupting it? Now let's talk about what actually supports circulation, because this is where real improvement happens: movement, even light movement, walking, stretching. Now imagine your blood flow increasing naturally, just from staying active. Now let's talk about hydration, because your blood is largely made of water. Now imagine being slightly dehydrated. Your circulation becomes less efficient. Now imagine correcting that. Simple water intake, done consistently. Now your system improves. Now let's talk about breathing, because oxygen plays a major role in circulation. Now imagine shallow breathing all day. Now compare that to deep, steady breathing. Now your body receives more oxygen. Now your system functions better. Now I want you to notice something. Everything we're talking about is simple, but powerful. Now compare that to relying on one substance. Now which approach makes more sense? Now I'm not here to tell you to fear baking soda, but I am here to tell you to respect your body, because your body is already doing an incredible job maintaining balance. Now imagine supporting that system instead of interfering with it unnecessarily. Now let's talk about energy, because many people feel low energy after 60, and they look for quick solutions. Now imagine addressing the real causes: sleep, movement, nutrition. Now your energy improves naturally. Now here's something important. Your body doesn't need more stimulation. It needs better support. Now before we go further, I want to pause here, because everything we've talked about so far is about understanding the why something like baking soda can be misunderstood, and why your body needs a more balanced approach. Now I'm going to show you something even more important. If you're considering using baking soda, what the safe perspective actually is, the common mistakes people make that can quietly affect their health, and the simple daily routine that truly supports circulation and vitality after 60 without unnecessary risks. All right, let's continue. Because now that you understand why something like baking soda isn't the magic solution people make it out to be, the next step is even more important. Understanding what actually works and how to approach your health in a way that protects you instead of putting you at risk. Because here's the truth. After 60, your body rewards stability, not extremes, not experiments, but consistency. And this is where many people unknowingly make mistakes. They hear about something simple, like mixing baking soda in water, and they assume, if it's simple, it must be safe. But your body doesn't judge something based on simplicity. It responds based on impact. Now let's talk about what a safe perspective really looks like. Because this is not about completely dismissing something. It's about understanding when, how, and if it should be used at all. Now imagine this. Instead of adding something new to your routine right away, you first ask a better question. Does my body actually need this? Because most of the time the answer is no. Your body already has systems in place to manage balance. Your kidneys regulate pH. Your lungs help maintain that balance through breathing. Your digestive system does its part. Now imagine interfering with that system unnecessarily. That's where problems can start quietly. Now let's talk about a common mistake I see. People start using baking soda regularly because they feel like it helps for a short time. Maybe they feel lighter. Maybe they feel a temporary change. But here's what's important. Short-term feeling does not always mean long-term benefit. Now imagine repeating that habit daily, adding extra sodium, altering your stomach environment. Now over time, your body has to adjust, and sometimes that adjustment is not in your favor. Now I want to be very clear about something. If there is ever a situation where something like sodium bicarbonate is used, it should be done with proper guidance, not based on trends, not based on videos, because your body is unique. Your health conditions matter. Now let's shift to something far more valuable. What actually improves circulation and vitality after 60 in a safe, natural, and effective way. Because this is where real results come from. Let's start with movement again, but this time, let's go deeper. Now imagine waking up in the morning, and instead of staying still, you gently activate your body. Simple stretching, light walking, nothing intense, just enough to get your blood flowing. Now your body transitions smoothly into the day. Now imagine continuing that pattern. You don't sit for hours without moving. You break it up. You stand. You walk. Now your circulation stays active. Now think about what that does over time. Your blood flow improves. Your tissues receive more oxygen. Your body feels more responsive. Now let's talk about hydration again. but in a more refined way, because after 60, hydration becomes even more important. Now imagine drinking water consistently throughout the day, not all at once, not only when you feel thirsty, but regularly. Now your blood maintains proper fluid balance. Now your circulation becomes more efficient. Now your body doesn't have to work harder than necessary. Now let's talk about food, because what you eat directly influences how you feel. Now imagine focusing on simple, balanced meals. Not extreme diets, not restrictions, but real, supportive nutrition. Now your body gets what it needs. Now your system functions better. Now let's talk about something that many people overlook: stress, because stress affects your body more than you realize. Now imagine your body under constant tension. Your blood vessels constrict. Your system becomes less efficient. Now imagine reducing that stress through breathing, through relaxation. Now your body shifts. Now your circulation improves naturally. Now let's talk about breathing for a moment, because this is something you do every second, but rarely think about. Now imagine taking deeper, slower breaths. Now your body receives more oxygen. Now your system functions more efficiently. Now let's connect all of this together. Movement, hydration, nutrition, breathing. Now imagine all of these working together. That's real support. That's real improvement. Now compare that to relying on a single substance. Now you start to see the difference. Now I want to talk about patience, because this is where many people struggle. They want fast results, immediate change, but your body doesn't work that way. Now imagine giving your body time, consistent support. Now over weeks, months, you feel the difference. Now let's bring this back to control, because that's what you're really looking for: control over your health. Now imagine having that control not through shortcuts, but through understanding, through awareness, through consistent action. Now I want you to think about your current routine. What can you improve? Not everything, just one thing, because that's where it starts. Now imagine making that change today. Now let it become part of your routine. Now build from there. Now I want to leave you with something simple. Your body is not asking for complicated solutions. It's asking for consistent support. So when you give it that, it responds naturally, steadily, and in a way that actually lasts. I'm Dr. Jake Nolan, and I'll see you in the next video.